Lewis, first chance we've had to catch up with you since you appointed goalkeeper coach here at MK Dons. How pleased are you to be back at the club and obviously in a new role?
Yeah, obviously I'm very pleased. When I spoke to the gaffer about it, I was very excited to kind of come in and get the opportunity to come back and work at the club. As I said, been here before. Really enjoyed my time when I was here the first time, and I was excited to come back.
Obviously a lot has changed since you were last here. We're standing in the ball court, which absolutely certainly wasn't here when you were here. The top tier wasn't even in. But obviously the club must have made an impression on you, even though it was only a short spell, that you were so eager to come back.
Yeah, I got to be honest, I know, I was played 3 games, I was only here for a month, which is crazy. It's probably hard for people to believe. But no, I thoroughly enjoyed my time here. Really like the club. Obviously, when I came here, like you said, the stadium wasn't quite finished. But it's just an amazing place to come and play football. So get the opportunity to come and coach here was a no-brainer for me to come back.
And what were your conversations like with Liam Manning? I know someone you're aware of and know from your time at Ipswich, and all the guys as well. You've got a relationship as well. So what were those conversations like, and did that make it an easy decision for you to come and work with them?
Yeah, it was a very easy decision. Obviously, I spoke to the gaffer, I spoke to Liam as well. And straight away I knew that I'd want to come back, and then obviously when I found out that Chris and Wrighty were here, and it made things a little bit easier and a little bit sweeter, because obviously we've all got like a little bit of a relationship. Like I said, we kind of played in similar sort of youth teams, albeit I might have been slightly older than the gaffer and Hoggy, but me and Wrighty had a lot of time together at Ipswich playing, and together at Palace we used to live together. So yeah, it was an easy decision once I found that they were all in.
And obviously coaching, something you've started to do at Bournemouth, obviously now into a first team role. Was coaching always something that you wanted to go into after your playing career, or was it something you kind of fallen into as your career's gone on?
No, I always wanted to go into coaching when I was finished. I was fortunate enough that as I was coming up as a kid, my old goalie coach at Ipswich used to make me come back on a Monday night and help take one of the sessions that he did for the non-league keepers. So I was always in and around it. And then I started my badges quite early. Got some advice from one of the managers that I played under at Palace, and he just said, look, you've got a bit of time, if you can, go and get them done. So I started them early. So I always had an eye of going into it. As you said, once I got the opportunity to go into Bournemouth last year, my family's from there, I'm from there, and throughout my playing career I haven't moved my wife and kids, so it just kind of made sense to retire and take up the role and like I said, start the next sort of progression in my life.
Obviously, I know the coaching badges will be important and the details that go into that, but obviously you've got a lengthy playing career to look back on as well, and the experiences that you've picked up from those games and the international experience you've had as well. So imagine that it's a nice complement to obviously the coaching badges and the technical work that you do now as a coach.
Yeah, I'd like to think so. If there's even if they take like one thing from my career, then hopefully it will stand them in a bit of a better stead, or one thing maybe that I haven't done in my career. Yeah, I'd like to think that that'll be a factor in it. So as I said, if I can just help them on either the coaching side of things or just what I did as a player, then that's a good thing.
And working with a young goalkeeper unit, predominantly, I know Laurie's obviously in there as a senior player, but still young in terms of VFL experience. So a young group to work with, but obviously plenty of talent and potential.
Oh yeah, there's a massive amount of potential within the group. As you said, they're young, they're eager, they're willing to learn. And so far, the few days that I've had them, I've really enjoyed it. There's a great enthusiasm about it, which you get with younger players. And they've all actually adapted and done really well with what I've asked them to do so far. And I'm thoroughly enjoying it, just hopefully they are.
It's a unique role, especially the way Liam wants to play and this club wants to play as well, where it's not just about keeping the ball out of the back of the net, it's about starting attacks and being confident on the ball, and that's an important part of a goalkeeper's role now at most clubs, and it's going to be an important part of what you're going to be coaching and developing them on. Yeah,
massively. Obviously, it's the role of a goalkeeper's changed dramatically over the years. It used to be, as you said, just keep the ball out the back of the net. You used to be able to pick a pass back up at one stage. That wasn't while I was playing, by the way. Yeah, so it is a big factor of it now, and lucky enough the boys are very adept with their feet, but yeah, it's a big thing of what we're coaching and what we're going to kind of carry on working with and continue to try and improve, but ultimately for me it does come down to keeping the ball out the back of the net, so obviously you just got to try and find the right balance between the two and go from there.
And a good way for you to start on Saturday with a 2-0 win at home, clean sheet, perfect way to begin.
Yeah, it was lovely. Yeah. Obviously, I've probably played very little part in any of that, but it was nice. Obviously, the result was fantastic. Just to come in and get off to a win. And then, like you said, the most important thing for me was just the clean sheet. I'm really pleased for the lads. Obviously, it's collective as a group, as much as Fish is the one that goes out and plays, and he was very good on Saturday. I'm a big believer in the whole group chips into the performance of the keeper at the weekend.
I must say, Hoggy takes credit for that with the bet on the.
I know, with the old dinner, I got a bonus. I'm jumping on that as well, so I just get a free dinner out of it.
Absolutely. Looking ahead, then, attention turns to the Papa John's Trophy, and while it's not the league and there's not 3 points at stake in terms of League One football, it's still an opportunity to put a win together, get back-to-back wins, and obviously it's a competition that a club like this, it's a realistic opportunity to get to Wembley if you can do well in this competition. So it's an important game for a club.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I think it's also an opportunity for players that haven't been playing so much to get games. It's a chance for us to look at some of the other players as well. And as you said, you want to kind of keep a winning run. And I do believe that if you can, regardless of the competition or whatever it is, you win games and it just breeds more and it carries on and the success comes from that. So yeah, it's an important game and one we're looking forward to and preparing properly for.
Just an injury update, we saw Mo limp out on Saturday. What's the latest with him?
Being honest, obviously they were off yesterday, and then he's just been in with the physios this morning, so we'll just have to wait and see what they say.